Welcome back to America Right Now. I'm Tom Basile. In case there was any doubt, the 2024 presidential race is in full swing. 11 contenders have now thrown their hats into the ring to take on current GOP frontrunner, former President Donald Trump. 3 this week alone. So, as we did last election cycle, we want to get a view of what's happening on the ground in these hotly contested early primary states, starting with Iowa. Last week, we were out in the Hawkeye State and had a chance to speak with former Vice President Mike Pence before he made his big announcement on Wednesday. I asked him why he chose Iowa to make his run official. Here's what he had to say.
Iowa has played for generations an outsized role in shaping our national leadership. And now when we see the failed policies of the Biden administration and Democrats in Washington, when we literally see policies under President Joe Biden that have weakened America at home and abroad, I know we're going to be able to count on the people of Iowa to play that role, to shape the leadership of our party, to ensure that we deliver a victory for the American people in 2024.
So is he getting traction in the Hawkeye State? Let's bring in the managing editor of the Iowa Star, Matt Kittle. Matt, welcome. Thank you for making the time for us. It does appear that Pence's strategy is, to some degree at least, Iowa or bust. How do you see him being received on the ground there so far?
He's obviously a top pick among Iowans, particularly the evangelical Christians, and that's a big part of this story in Iowa, the voters herein. But he walks a very fine line, Tom, between trying to, promote himself as a candidate while still being tied at the hip to his former running mate, while going out on the attack on his former running mate as he launched his campaign in Iowa this week.
Yeah, and the former running mate is also, and his surrogates are also attacking him. Right. So we've never really seen this before. It's actually, this is a historic moment where you have the two of them battling each other. Iowa really ground zero right now, Matt, in this campaign. When I was out there, it seemed there were a lot of Trump supporters in that room. But there were also a good number of people who were still interested in hearing from the other candidates. Is there anyone making any traction right now apart from Trump, do you think?
Well, I think Ron DeSantis plays a big role. We've seen the latest polling from American Greatness showing Trump still has a very commanding lead, but he's up by 15 points. Folks like Vivek Ramaswamy, who have made Iowa, a second home, basically. He's going to be here next week for his 7th tour. Nikki Haley has been here quite a bit. And then you have some of the newcomers, and we just saw North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum in Iowa. Let's see how often he gets to this rural state as well.
All right, a lot of talk about DeSantis, Matt. Starting to do retail events in the state. It's been a couple of weeks. How do you assess how he's being received so far?
I think strongly. You've covered DeSantis on the ground here as well. I think there is a great deal of support for his record in Florida, what he was able to accomplish there. He is definitely has arrived on the political scene, but everything, all of the air in the room still remains to a great deal Donald Trump.
All right, we'll see if maybe the indictment makes a difference, or if some of these candidates start actually generating a little bit more excitement. We're going to be checking back in with you, managing editor of the Iowa Star, Matt Kittle. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom.